Harry still bitter over Camilla. Meg urges has complete memoir quickly to damage Camilla reputation. The relationship between Bowles and Harry is the worst it's ever been. Ever since Queen Elizabeth announced Bowles would someday be named Queen Consort, Harry's resentment has only grown. A palace source believes Harry has never accepted Bowles into his life, and he can't forgive her for what she did to Princess Diana's marriage. Even though the British public has accepted Bowles as a true royal, the royal source believes Harry could never love the woman who caused his parents' divorce. Tina Brown, a royal biographer, told The Telegraph, "Harry can't stand Camilla, he doesn't want Camilla to be queen, he's very angry that it's happening. He has not made his peace with it and he probably never will. If Harry does resent Bowles' promotion, then he's keeping it to himself. The media monitors Harry like a hawk, so his silence on Bowles' new job title has certainly been noticed." What all these stories fail to mention is that Harry never comments on royal news, and he has no social media whatsoever. His silence on the Queen Consort issue is not a reflection of Harry's opinion on Bowles, but rather his stance on royal affairs in general. It's worth noting Prince William made no formal statement on the matter either, and there are conflicting reports on how he feels about the name change as well. Harry happily attended Bowles' wedding to Prince Charles when the feelings about his mother's divorce were far fresher. Back in May, the National Enquirer claimed Harry was willing to do anything to keep Bowles from becoming queen. Unless anything means have a pleasant lunch, then that story was bogus. The Sun also claimed Harry would blame Camilla for his mental health issues in his upcoming memoir. Harry's memoir is covered by NDAs, so there's no way anyone knows what's inside until the publishing company releases news. Royal expert and commentator Robert Jobson appeared on GB News to discuss the Queen's sincere wish that Camilla becomes Queen Consort when Prince Charles ascends the throne. Presenter Dan Wootton remarked how silent the Sussex camp was in light of the news and said Prince Harry and Meghan were tuned into their communications and may have deliberately chosen not to say anything on the matter. Mr. Jobson did not want to read too much into it but believed that the Duke of Sussex's upcoming memoir may paint a bad image of Camilla which could threaten her popularity just as she has been given a new divisive role. Speaking on GB News, Mr. Wootton and Mr. Jobson discussed the news of Camilla's new Queen Consort role. Mr. Wootton said, "Still no word from Prince Harry at all, which we know is purposeful because they think a lot about their communications and how they're going to be read into. So do we get the idea that William has accepted this and Prince Harry hasn't?" Mr. Jobson replied, "I think that's what they're trying to say. I think we shouldn't read too much. I mean, Prince William is more pragmatic, there's no doubt about that, because he's going to be the king. He has to be a bit more grown up about all this, but one must remember that when Harry's mum died, he was only a little boy, he was only 12. And he would have found it quite emotionally difficult to accept her as his stepmom, and to be fair to Camilla, she never really hadn't. She had a family herself. She never forced herself to be a stand-in mother. But you don't get the impression that Harry is particularly fond of Camilla, and we'll wait to see what he says in this book."